Hello and welcome, Essex County College family. This is the Virtual Cafe, powered by Student Life and Activities. Today's episode, number 87, is our spring update with SGA. That's your Student Government Association. Today is a recap of all the awesome and amazing things that student government has done in the name of the Essex student body to make life better, to make campus better for the Essex student body. And we're very proud of our SGA, especially this administration, the 21-22 administration. They had a lot of obstacles and challenges, and it was my pleasure to advise them. And I hope that they feel that they overcame a lot of stuff and made some really, really awesome strides for the student body, because I believe they did, and I know they did. So I want to thank SGA from the bottom of my heart for caring about Essex and for caring about their peers and fellow students during this unbelievably challenging time. That being said, student government, if they were a band, this show would be like their greatest hits. Nothing new today. Well, some new stuff, but we're going to be talking about all the awesome things they did throughout the semester with various members of student government that are with us. So thank you for tuning in. And we're going to jump right into it. We have SGA secret weapon, Sarah Dolisca. She is SGA's secretary, and she had a bunch of initiatives over her administration, the Student Government Association, and she's also a fabulous graphic designer. And yeah, let's ask Sarah some questions. Hey, Sarah.
Hi everyone.
All right, Sarah, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. All right, Sarah, Student Government Association. Let's start from the top. When did you come to student government? Was it was 2021 in the summertime?
Yes.
Okay. And who was in the administration with you when you started?
Jessica was president. Nick Mendez was vice president. Wait, no, he was treasurer.
Okay.
And I started with Yolanda, which is our president now.
That's right.
And then Paula came later on.
Got you. So Sarah, you know, you work, you go to school, you're juggling a lot of stuff. Student government, you know, when people think about joining such a demanding club like that, you know, you really got to have time and energy to dedicate it and to it to be effective. And you were super effective, which means that you must have really good time management skills. Can you just tell us a little bit about like one day in the life of Sarah D? Like, tell us about what you do and how do you make it all fit in?
Okay. Mondays I have an 8:30 calculus class. And then I have a 10 a.m. business law class. So those usually are back to back. And then I go to my English 215 class. Then after that, I have a long break. So from 1 to 5, that's my free time, because at 5 I have another class. That's usually like that time I usually use to do SGA stuff or homework or studying.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's a packed day, and you're using your free time to serve the students and to, you know, to be up there for SGA. It's awesome. We appreciate you. I know the students do as well. Tell us about, let's talk about some of the stuff you did while you still are secretary. Let's talk about some of the stuff that you've done while you've been secretary this whole time. I know about all the initiatives you did, but I'd like you to tell our viewers and our students that are watching about some of the stuff that you've done this semester. Obviously, the clothing drive was a humongous success. I'll let you talk about it, but I mean, there's boxes all over the school and they're still full. So still full. So Sarah, tell us about some of the things that you brought to the table, the SGA, during your administration.
Well, the clothing drive was one. Started in January, the beginning of the semester, and it should end this week. And then we will, I guess, pack up all of the bags and donate them to a charitable company.
Awesome. What else did you do?
Well, we held a food pantry. I don't know if that's really me, but
Yeah.
SGA had a food pantry distribution, and in March, that's where we like packed up bags full of food and we handed them into Essex County students. We also had a club fair in February, which was very cool. We participated in the open house in March. SGA also had a distress event this March with the gaming club, which was pretty successful. What else?
So that's cool. It sounds like you had a good mix of relaxing and entertaining events in addition to all the community service and volunteer outreach that you do. So you did the clothing drive. SGA, you did plenty of the contactless food distribution events throughout the past year and a half and whatnot. And you all continued them even into this semester, in the spring semester 2022. A lot of I know the impact of it, but I hope you understand that a lot of students really are experiencing unbelievable food insecurities in their families, during this time. And, SGA did so many of those type of events, so it might be easy to forget, but always remember that you helped so many people, and people that are, necessarily not going to ask for help and things like that. You provided opportunities for them to come and receive food, and that speaks volumes about the kind of person that you are, the kind of people that SGA are, and it's really special. And I don't know what it was like at other colleges, but I know at Essex that you all put in a serious amount of effort and time and dedication into that, and it's awesome. Really, really is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sarah, what do you think was, for you personally, not for SGA, what for you was the biggest challenge that you had this semester, or during your entire administration, as far as being a part of SGA, being a student? What was your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge was just, I guess, keeping up with, 5 classes, and also making sure I am very active and involved in SGA and in school.
Sure.
That's it. Our team is pretty great. We're all really cool. We're all like good friends. So I'm very grateful for that.
Would you say that the key to making awesome teamwork, teamwork makes the dream work, as people say, as my coworkers say? Would you agree that, like you just said, it is the core of any great team is to be friends, is to have that friendship?
Yes.
Yeah. It's hard to do anything with folks you don't get along with, and it would be even much harder to manage a student body and have their needs addressed and resolved. So definitely awesome. Sarah, thank you for being a part of SGA. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing elections and dealing with all of the nuanced little responsibilities that come with being a part of student government. I can't count how many times you all were called away to do something, whether it was a photo shoot or having to host an event or have to be a part of something. So student government is not just a one and done type situation. It is constantly biting at you at all times. It's always there. It's always something you have to address. So we appreciate you dedicating your time and energy to that. Big time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I also wanted to bring awareness to the event we're having on Thursday. It's the end of semester party we're having in the Dasher. So if the weather is nice, then we'll have it outside.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
We're just gonna have music, food, lots of food, pizza, maybe like sandwiches, empanadas, cupcakes, drinks, and we'll have music, games, and hopefully all the clubs in the school will participate. We just
Awesome.
want to make it a big event.
That sounds like a good way to round out the semester right there. Big SGA party in the Dasher Center, and that's on this Thursday, the 28th, 1 p.m. You said?
Yes, 1 to 4.
Awesome. All right, students, you know where to be on this Thursday, 4/28, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. SGA is throwing a nice party right here in the Dasher Student Center. Games, food, all that good stuff. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Sarah, what would you say is the best part? What was the best part for you about being a member of student government, about coming to Essex, about being the voice of your fellow students? What was the most memorable, your favorite part about it?
Honestly, my favorite part was working with my team and I guess in doing things that help the students or community. It's very like satisfying. And to be able to do that with friends is also is like the best part.
Awesome. I like that you were friends. That's important. You know, a lot of people work in the White House. I wouldn't assume that many of them are friends. I'm sure some are, but it's not something that you think about a lot with politics, especially, student government politics and whatnot. And to hear that you're all friends is awesome. And you weren't friends before you met, right?
No.
So it was only after all that teamwork and all the aspirations that you all had together, as you worked together and solved problems, as a team, that friendship was formed and bonded. And now you got friends for life, even after you leave here. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're probably going to the same 4-year university, so that's cool.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Yes. All right, cool. When you leave Essex, which is coming up pretty soon, this current SGA's term will end on June 30th, and the next one will take place July 1st. So when you leave here June 30th and you're no longer part, what's the thing that you're going to miss the most? Now, you say your friends are hopefully going to the same school as you, so I'm sure you keep in contact with them. But give me something that you're going to miss when you leave Essex.
I'm gonna miss I guess this small community, this school. Like, other universities are gonna be a lot bigger, but this one you kind of know, I guess, almost everyone, and it's like I also love the I guess student life of Essex. My advisors, you guys, Mr. Ott, Mr. Graham.
That's awesome.
Always have, yeah.
Oh, we're going to miss you like crazy, Sarah. Seriously. I know I said it a million times, but it is the truth. And y'all were a very, very memorable SGA and one of the most helpful ones in recent history. And we won't forget you.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you want to say to your student body of Essex to have it recorded here on the internet forever about SGA, about the college, about whatever you want to say? You got the floor.
I just wanted to say that we just held an election for new board members, and I hope you guys, I guess, are happy and served well by these new members of SGA, and I hope you guys support them and help them, I guess, represent you guys and be the best SGA that they can be.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. All right.
Is there any questions? Yes.
Does anybody have any questions for Sarah D? All right. Yolanda, do you want to talk?
I'll say a few words. I'm not camera ready, so I can't get on camera, but
I'm
I
not
can
camera
still
ready.
talk.
Okay.
Not camera ready. You don't want to see me behind the camera. No.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Sarah, good job, Sarah, first of all. Good job, Sarah. And I'm glad to have worked with you as well in this administration. And like Mr. Ott said, we did have a tough time at the beginning with the transition, but I feel with the four that we have now, you, myself, Paula, and Jennifer, we were able to find our rhythm and our flow. Oh, and I can't leave out our wonderful general members, Kelly and Zach, who have also been very helpful to us this administration. Just want to say that we worked hard. I hope that we did a lot for the students. We definitely tried to do as much as we can. We would have liked to done more, especially with that cafeteria. I don't know the future of that, but hopefully whoever takes over after we leave can make leeway with the cafeteria. We've had a few, naysayers, here and there, telling us, things we could do better, but even through their helpful suggestions, I think it just made us to become a stronger SGA. We're excited about participating in the upcoming inaugurational events, the actual inauguration. All four board members will be there. We're all going to the gala as well. Also, on next Wednesday, our treasurer, Paula Moore, will be speaking on the social justice forum. That's a part of the inaugurational event. And then on May the 10th, SGA will be hosting an ice cream social for President Boyaki. So we're encouraging all the students to come out to that. You'll be able to ask him different questions and just pick his brain about different things. And again, we appreciate all the students who voted and participated in the election. We just ask that you support the new administration the same way that you supported us. I know they won't beat us. That's okay. They're still going to be good. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But they're still going to be good, and just still support them like you did us. And I just can't look forward to seeing what the next administration does once we're gone. That's all I have to say. Oh, and looking forward to going to Rutgers with Sarah and Jennifer.
Nice.
We'll still be a trio. Yeah.
Aw. Don't forget to come visit me once in a while. Just like one time. Just call me. It'll make my day if you come back and look at that.
Okay, well, I'm going to,
now.
even though I know the Alumni Association might have a little few, I'm still going to join, and I'll definitely come back because they have to check on SGA and see how they're doing. So we'll be back. And I'm pretty sure I'll need a reference from you and Mr. Graham in the near future.
We got you.
We'll definitely be back. I think that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Yolanda Brown. Sarah, here's a random question for you.
Yes.
You were on the Student Government Association. Were you in any other clubs or just SGA?
Yes, I am a member of the business club, the Haitian club, and the engineering and mathematics concentration club.
Oh, wow. Wait, so okay. That's a lot of stuff. You already do a lot of stuff. How did you have time for student government and 3 more clubs? That's crazy. You're like, I don't know. You just did it. Hey, that's the best way. At Essex, what would you say? What club stands out the most to you? And it's not an indication that this is the best club or you favor one club over another, but you know all the clubs that we have here. Which club is one that not shocked you, but like is memorable to you? Which club at Essex will you remember even after you leave here? Besides SGA.
I would say the business club and the taekwondo club. Taekwondo club because it's so different. I've never seen a school have taekwondo club before, and it seems really fun, and the students seem to enjoy it. And the business club because I'm a member of it, and I know they have great things planned. They have a lot of events and a lot of programs and things that will actually like help, like I guess, give experience to the business majors in the future, kind of help them succeed. They will have like speakers and like events and things like that, and like programs for them. And I think that's really good. That's one of my most memorable clubs.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Sarah designs all the flyers for Student Government Association. And here's what I'm going to say without offending any other clubs or anything like that. We get a lot of flyers for clubs and all the different club events that happen on campus. 95% of these flyers require some doctoring, require some extra love, if you will. Sometimes from me, sometimes from the graphics department at Essex County College. Some of them are just, and not everybody's a graphic designer or an aspiring one. And, some of them are very amateurish. Whenever SGA has an event, Sarah designs a poster. And the only thing that I do to it is add an Essex County College logo because I have a high-res copy on my computer. But that flyer, any flyer that she's ever made and sends through to us, I wouldn't dream of touching or doing anything to because they're all awesome, really well thought out, excellent color choices, excellent placement of graphics, because when you make graphic design, it's not necessarily about who draws the best or who makes the best actual graphics images. It's a lot about the arrangement, a lot about placement, same thing with music. Sometimes we don't actually create the tangible art that you see in front of you. We arrange it and we make versions of it and things like that. And Sarah has an awesome eye for knowing about colors and when to separate them and which palettes go with one another, a lot of graphic design speak and whatnot. Sarah, tell us about your interest in graphic design. Does this have anything to do with what you want to go into for the rest of your life, or is it just something that you kind of learned how to do out of necessity?
A little bit of both. I started drawing when I was pretty young. Still kind of do it in my free time. In the recent years, I started being more interested in the graphic design and especially, I guess, UX, UI design, which is like designing apps and websites and things like that. And I want to, I guess, use my business business degree and kind of integrate it with that skill. I want to, I guess, I get better at it. When I transfer to Rutgers, I'm planning on minoring in computer science to be so it's kind of like those two are very like related, designing the app and actually like making it.
Okay, that's super awesome. I didn't know that about you. So yeah, you got to do the computer science thing. Get your piece of paper on there. That way you can make good money with that coming later on in your life, So you want to design apps. That's awesome. How do you tell, I know nothing about that. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you use to make apps?
Well, I don't make them now. I don't know how to, but designing them. Use a lot of Adobe programs like Adobe XD, Illustrator, and yeah, and Figma, and there are just a bunch of different programs. And there are a lot of resources on the internet to teach you, even if you don't have like, money to pay for an education in that field.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you would say that a lot of the stuff that you've learned about graphic design and designing apps and whatnot, that's just is a little bit from schooling, or it's mostly just interest on your end and you going on the internet and researching how to do it?
I'm just interested in learning on my own.
That's awesome. I'll tell you, I have that same exact background as you. I have not one day of schooling on any type of graphic design. I played in bands all my life, so I just kind of out of necessity had to learn how to make flyers and merch designs and things like that. And now those skills have traveled with me to, I work at a college now, and I use it every day of my life, you know? So that's something I'd like to point out to some of you folks that are watching us at home is that, yes, everybody's going to school to better themselves, to get the education. But just remember that you have abilities like Sarah. Sarah has amazing abilities that did not come from any teacher, any education, or anything like that. It was her own desire from within to want to come up with cool stuff and make interesting art and whatnot. And that right there is that is a legend in the making right there. That is someone who has ability without just being self-taught, just learning from from other folks on the internet, other guides and things like that. So Sarah, imagine, like you're saying, that you're going to take that vision of yours to the next level. When you go to Rutgers after Essex and you get your 4-year degree, you might be one of the next like big designers. That could be you. I can't wait to see and watch and see what you do. Please keep me in the loop with your graphic design. Send me links to whatever you're working on over the years. I would love to see it. Not even to give you tips, just so I can look at it and steal some ideas from you. You know what I mean? Seriously. I just want to let you know I truly appreciate the awesome work that you put into the graphic designs for SGA. The posters were very well noticed across campus. A lot of people would come back and ask me if I made them, and I said, "Oh no, I did not make these. This is Sarah Dolisca from Student Government Association made that." And I've given your email address out to a bunch of people who asked, so I'm sure that at some point you will be getting some commission requests or at least flyer design requests. So my words to you, Sarah, are you are awesome in student government. You're awesome at graphic design. I know I'm going to be reading about you on some website or in the paper in 20 years from now about how you designed something unbelievable and it's getting massively reproduced for the world to see. And just the notion that could happen in the future is exciting. I'm happy that you were able to find some of your footing and let us help you a little bit at Essex along the way. You made awesome stuff. We keep one of everything in student life here. I'm a poster collector, privately at home, I collect everything, but especially at Essex, it's important for future generations of Student Government Association to see the legacy that you left behind. And student government leaves a political legacy, but it also leaves a lot of different other little artsy legacies as well. And the graphic design is definitely one, because when you look back at older iterations of Student Government Association, like you guys might see in your office, some old stuff in there. I mean, some of it is just, it seems like nobody had a grasp on art concept or vision or anything like that with older student governments. Now they might have had the politics part of it down pat, but there's a lot of aspects that go into creating interest and awareness for a student government association. And you nailed that. You hit it right on the head with your designs, because you guys had an amazing backbone. You organized your programs amazingly, and you had the graphic design to back it up with. You had the captivating imagery and the right colors, the right text. These are all very, very important things when you're creating a brand, right? Because Student Government Association is a brand too. Obviously it's an organization at a college, but you guys have a vision for what you do. You have a vision for what you look like. You have a vision for how you present yourself. And this, I'm very happy to say, this Student Government Association 2021-2022 had a very precise, concise vision of how they wanted to present all of their events. Sarah's artwork, which I will be showing if you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing pictures of Sarah's artwork right now as well. There is a subtle theme going on with the images and how she placed things, and if you'll notice, a lot of her images come off of the side of the page. Like, I'll give you an example. I just designed this for Student Life, and I actually was reminded by looking at Sarah's most recent design about how she had a lot of images that circle around the page and come off the page and things like that. And they're not just, it's not just a box sitting here in the middle, like it's cut off, by something, or it creates that 3D effect or dimensional effect and whatnot. So even little things like that, just seeing a flyer that Sarah made for, just a de-stress event or something, that influences me when I make designs for things, and that's a power that every artist strives to do, and sometimes does it without even knowing it, and I'm sure you didn't know that you would influence me by creating a graphic design, but you were the only one, Sarah. You were the only one out of all the clubs this year that made a flyer, that actually made a flyer. That's the best way I can put it. I know we've been talking about your graphic design now for 5 minutes, but there's a reason for that. It's very, very important. Again, I can't stress enough. If you want people to pay attention to you, if you want people to know what you're doing, you got to have good graphic design. You got to have the eye for it. You got to make it look really good. Make it look appetizing and appealing to everybody, and that will increase everything that you do. Like the poster that Sarah designed for SGA's de-stress event with the Gaming and Anime Club. They had 60, 70 people show up to that event. Now, was it partly because of the promotion of SGA? Sure. Was it partly because the members were out there talking to people and flyering and sharing the graphic on Instagram? Absolutely. But they're flying with a graphic that Sarah made. The base, the core of that event was the graphic design. That's all we have to tell people about it with. And if the graphic design is not entrancing enough, then you get a low turnout. But SGA's event got a humongous turnout, and that is definitely in part creditable to Sarah D's awesome posters that she makes. So Sarah, seriously, thank you for the amazing artwork that you put in. And as you know, it's not a quick 1, 2, 3 and we're done. It consists of a lot of staring at the screen like this and making sure that things are symmetrical and exactly how you want them. And version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4. I hate them all. Here's version 5. You know the drill, Graphic design. I hope that you continue with it. I hope that you keep it going. Whatever you get involved with at Rutgers, show them what you did here, or make something new and awesome and show them that, and keep doing that, please. You promise?
Promise.
Awesome. All right. Sarah, is there anything you want to say to, I know we did this already, but just in case there's anything else that you want to say to the student body before we get going, is there any parting words that you would like? There you go. Let's rephrase the question. Is there any advice that you would like to give to all incoming students, student government members, student government general members coming into Essex that maybe aren't even enrolled in the school yet, but have traveled back on YouTube and are watching this video of the best secretary that SGA ever had? What advice might you have for our students?
A lot of students just come to school, take a class, and then leave. My advice is that try to get involved as much as you can. Make it a fun experience. Get to know the college, because it's not just like a one stop to the university that you want to go to. It's like you can also make this a really good experience and enjoy the college for what it's offering.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Virtual Cafe today. This was our spring update with Student Government Association, starring SGA's Secretary, Sarah Dolisca. We thank her for her service to the student body of Essex County College, to SGA, to Student Life and Activities, to everybody involved. We will very, very dearly miss you and the rest of your administration. So, before a tear comes out of my eye, I hope that you and your families are staying well and staying safe during this time. Stay cool because it's getting pretty warm out. We will catch you next time. And until then, take care.